સ્ટાર્ટ લેવો છે કેવી રીતે આપણે કાંઈ ના okay good afternoon all students again. I'm going to start with today's lecture of gram-negative aerobic or microaerophilic rods and cocci, okay, which includes a variety of microorganisms as well as the other which includes various pathogens also, and some of them are nitrogen fixers also, and have a variety of their living habitats. So these are some of the examples which I'm just going to read out. The first one starting with the Acetobacter acidophilum, Acidomonas methanolica, Acidothermus celluliticus, Acidovorax, Acinetobacter, Aphippia, Agrobacterium, Agromonas oligotrophica, Alkali genes, Alteromonas, Aminobacter, and the last one is Aquaspilum. Still there are more species. Okay, just few examples. Again, I'm going to read out the species. Azomonas, Azorhizobium, Cholinodonans, Azotobacter, Bacteroides, Beijerinia, Bordetella, Bradyrhizobium japonicum, Brucella, Chromohalobacter, Marismotoi, Chrysoluteola, Comamonas, Cupria, Vidius necator, Delia Dirksia gamuza, Ancifer adherens, Aethrobacter longus, and Flavimonas ozi habitans, and the Flavibacterium. Still there are more bacteria in this group, as this one group is a very large group. Okay, Francisella, Fraturia aurantica, Glucanobacter, Halomonas, Hydrogenophaga, Xanthinobacterium lividium, Kingella, Lampropedia hyalina, Marinobacter, Hydrocarbon plasticus, Methylobacillus glycogenes, Methylobacterium, Methylococcus, Methylomonas, Methylophaga, Methylophilus, Methylovorus, Glucosotrophus. Okay, so I'm going to discuss only a few of the examples, only 3 to 4 examples from each group, okay, which are the common ones which are found in this group. Okay, starting with the Acetobacter, as we are studying gram negative group, as we are studying gram negative book once, the morphology, it varies from ellipsoidal to the rod shape, and the cells may occur in a singles or in pairs or in the form of chains, and sometimes according to their ages, okay, age of the cell shape may vary from spherical to swollen, club, curved, or even filamentous. And motility, they may be motile or non-motile. If motile, okay, Peritechus flagella are present, and they do not form any endospores. On the solid surface, pale colonies are formed, okay, and none of the stain produces pigments, but a small portion of this Acetobacter stains can produce brown water soluble pigments or show pink colonies due to the presence of porphyrins. And tropism, they are chemo organotropes, okay, and are obligatory aerobic, and the metabolism is respiratory. They never undergo a fermentative type of metabolism. A pH optima of the Acetobacter is around 5.4 to 6.3 with a temperature optima of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. And the best known carbon sources which they use are basically ethanol, glycerol, and lactate, and the products which are formed by the Acetobacter are conversion of ethanol to acetic acid, and acetate and lactate are oxidized to carbon dioxide and water. Okay, they are not able to hydrolyze lactose or starch. Now, enzymes of the Acetobacter, they are catalase positive, oxidase negative, and the absence of gelatin liquefaction indole as well as hydrogen sulfide production. Okay, and as you can see, this bacteria grows in a wide variety of habitats. Okay, starting with flowers, fruits, honeybees, cyc, tequila, palm wine, grapevine, cider, beer. Okay, and even in the South African Bantu beer, kefir, even the brewer's yeast, vinegar acidifiers, sugarcane juice, okay, even vegetable tanning liquors also, even in the garden soil as well as the canal water. So variety of habitats, okay, are the home to the acetobacter and pathogenicity, and this bacteria causes disease to the pineapple fruit, okay, known as known as pink disease, and the rot in apples and pears. Again, a rot is a type of disease which is found in the plants and caused by a variety of bacteria and also by acetobacter. And this one is an electron micrograph of a acetobacter diazotrophicus cells held together by the mucilage type of material found inside the sugarcane tissue that was colonized by this bacterium. You can see here clear mucilages, okay, which is held by mucilages material. Now moving forward with the next bacteria of this group, okay, they are gram negative, okay, but occasionally difficult to destain. Okay, sometimes destaining, as for example, if you are performing a gram staining, okay, and you opt for a decolorizer, sometimes it may prove difficult. And the morphology, they are of rod shape, okay, and having a diameter of 0.9 to 1.6 micrometer in diameter and a length of 1.5 to 2.5 micrometer in the length, from becoming spherical in their stationary phase. Okay, so in the stationary phase they are of spherical in shape, and motility, they display a swimming motility, okay, but does not occur, but the cells display twitching motility, presumably because of the presence of polar fimbriae. So in this case, you may not observe the motility by means of flagella, but rather than flagella, they are going to use fimbriae. Okay, and they do not form spores, and they are chemo-organotrophs. And oxygen requirement, they are aerobic, having a strict respiratory type of metabolism with oxygen as their electron terminal acceptor. Okay, and their requirements of growth, grow well on a complex media. Okay, and most strains are easily able to grow with a single carbon or an energy source, and ammonium or nitrate salts may be used for the source of nitrogen. Okay, and pentoses such as the ribose, the xylose, or L-arabinose can be utilized as a carbon sources by some strains, and the D-glucose is the only hexose utilized by some of the strains. Okay, as you know, the media requirement which you studied in your semester 1 and 2. Okay, in the media requirements, each and every bacteria needs a carbon, a nitrogen source, and various other vitamins if required, a proper soil concentration, a proper pH, okay, of the media, okay, which basically needs to be maintained for a particular bacteria, but this need changes with different types of bacteria. Okay, so in this case, Acinetobacter, okay, we are going to use ammonia or nitrate salts as a source of nitrogen, whereas in our regular practicals we use peptone as our nitrogen source. In some cases, for the growth of yeast, we also use yeast extract for the carbon as well as the nitrogen source. And enzymes, they are catalase positive and oxidase negative, and they occur naturally in soil, water, and sewage environments. Okay, and they can cause nosocomial infection in humans. Okay, what do you mean by the word nosocomial? Okay, what do you mean by the word nosocomial? Nosocomial means infections which are acquired in the hospital. Okay, the infections which are acquired by a human being in a hospital are called as nosocomial infections. Okay, and these strains have a temperature optima of about 33 to 35, but various strains can also grow between range of 20 to 30 degrees Celsius even. Now, again, electron microscopy of this bacteria, Acinetobacter. This Pseudomonas is found in various types of soils. Okay, various types of soils, and they are somewhat cocobacilli, slightly curved. Okay, but not purely curved, slightly curved. Okay, in most of the cases they are straight. Okay, straight short rods. Okay, and they are motile by one or several polar flagella, and there are very rare cases in which they do not show their motility. Okay, in some species lateral flagella of the shorter wavelength may be also formed, and specialized structures they can accumulate poly beta hydroxybutyrate as carbon reserve material, and they do not produce prosteaceae and are not surrounded by sheaths, and none of the resting stages are known. And oxygen requirement, they are strictly aerobic. Okay, they are strictly aerobic. Okay, in some cases such as Pseudomonas denitrificans, they can grow in the absence of oxygen. Okay, where it uses nitrate, as an alternate electron acceptor for the oxygen. pH, most species fail to grow under acidic conditions, and most of the Pseudomonas species grow in the neutral conditions. Okay, these ones are the photographs of the Pseudomonas species. Okay, as you may see in this one, this plate, that the fluorescence can be seen. Okay, as various Pseudomonas produces variety of pigments, of which blue green color pigments are common in the case of Pseudomonas. Okay, now the image shown here is an electron microscopical image of Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and the photograph shown here is an Pseudomonas aeruginosa on the Cetymide agar, and Cetymide agar is one of the main method to identify Pseudomonas species. Okay, these are another agars ones also. Okay, such as Pseudomonas aeruginosa on C. LED agar, and the last one in which the agar plate was exposed to the UV illumination, where you can clearly see the fluorescence. Okay, where you can clearly see the fluorescence given out by the Pseudomonas aeruginosa in the presence of UV light. Okay, or ultraviolet rays. Okay, now this figure of Pseudomonas aeruginosa on deoxylate citrate agar. Okay, so media changes, colony morphology changes, even the color changes. Okay, so in order, when you write any of the colony characters, you need to specify your medium also. You not need to specify your medium also. Okay, now moving forward with a free living nitrogen fixer, which is a azotobacter, and have large ovoid cells. Okay, in some cases they also appear slightly coccoid also, but in most of the cases they are rod shape, or some cases they are ovoid cells also, and they are found in irregular clumps, singles, or maybe in the pairs. Okay, and some strains are non-motile. If motility is a feature, then it indicates the presence of peritrichous flagella. Then it indicates presence of peritrichous flagella, and they do not form endospores but do form cyst. Okay, Water assist you should have studied in your semester 1 microbiology. Now liquid. Okay, in the liquid medium, okay, this the colony of Azotobacter is basically water soluble because it produces capsule. Okay, it produces a capsulated colony and the capsule is basically water soluble. Okay, and the tropism, they are chemo-organotrophs and require oxygen for their growth, but however can grow under the conditions of less amount of oxygen, but cannot grow without oxygen, and have a pH optima of about 7 to 7.5 and requires molybdenum for their growth. Okay, because molybdenum acts as a cofactor in the nitrogen fixation. Now products, in the case of uh, Azotobacter, it can use nitrate, ammonium salts and certain amino acids as a source of nitrogen and are catalase as well as oxidase positive. Okay, as they are nitrogen fixers, and one thing more important, they are free living nitrogen fixers. Okay, they are free living nitrogen fixers. Okay, and can fix about 10 milligram of nitrogen per gram of carbohydrate consumed, and they are found in soil or water bodies, and one of the species is also found in association with the plant roots. Okay, so the group Azotobacter is of great economic importance with regarding to the agriculture. Okay, at present at various farming stages and in various developed nations, they are using Azotobacter as a biofertilizer also. Okay, these are the photograph of the Azotobacter. Okay, and the staining given here is basically a capsule staining. These photographs were taken in our lab. Okay, again photograph is from our lab where you can clearly see the capsulated colonies here. Okay, you can clearly see the capsulated colonies of the azotobacter. Okay, now next bacteria, which is bacterioids. Staining is gram negative, as we are studying gram negative. Morphology, they are rod shaped. Motility, they are not motile, or if motile, okay, Pyritrichus flagella are present. They are non-spore forming, okay, and are chemo-organotrophs. Okay, and oxygen requirement, most bacterioids are obligate anaerobes, of which Bacterioids ureolyticus and Bacterios gracilis were originally described as the obligatory anaerobic gram-negative rods, but actually are microaerophilic, and this species are hydrogen and format requiring microaerophiles capable of respiring with the oxygen, okay, and products as bacterioids may undergo fermentation. Okay, and the combinations include succinates, acetate, lactate, formate, propionate, and even sometimes short chained alcohols are also produced, and the butyrate is usually not a major product in the case of fermentation of a bacterioids. Okay, these are the photographs of a bacterioid. Next one, thermus. Okay, thermus in this group is basically a thermophilic bacteria. Okay, it's a thermophilic bacteria, rod shaped bacteria. Okay, and filaments ranging from 20 to more than 200 micrometer may occur under some cultural conditions. Okay, and also found in rotund bodies, large spheres ranging from 10 to 20 micrometer in diameter. Okay, and such bodies are basically seen in the case of oiled cultures, and they are not motile. Okay, and different types of pigmentation is also seen, such as yellow, orange, reddish with the pigmentation due to the presence of carotenoids pigments, and endospores are absent, and carotenoids are the pigments, okay, which can absorb light and also produce energy. Okay, they have some different functions also. Now moving forward with the oxygen requirement, they are aerobic, okay, and they grow at about neutral pH. Okay, as I told you, thermus, it's a thermophilic bacteria, so their temperature requirement will be also high. It is around 70 to 75 degrees Celsius. Okay, and as they are aerobic, enzymes, oxidase and catalase both are positive. Okay, and the unique feature is they can hydrolyze gelatin. Okay, and starch is weakly digested, and nitrates are reduced to nitrites, and they are found in hot spring which are with a pH range of neutral to alkaline pH, as well as in hot water heaters, and some are also found in natural waters subject to the thermal pollution. If thermal pollution is there, there are chances we may able to isolate thermus. Okay, so why this bacteria is important? Because one of the enzyme, okay, which is found in this bacteria is of highly economic importance, and this enzyme, when discovered, was one of the breakthrough discoveries for the polymerase chain reaction. Okay, in this reaction, its enzyme take polymerase, which is a DNA polymerase, okay, helps us to create various different copies of the DNA molecules. And as you can see, all the different photographs have different types of shapes. There are minor variations. Okay, these are the different types of species which are present in the thermus. Okay, so I'm ending my lecture now. Okay, and we will continue with this group tomorrow. Okay, everyone please come and present, sir, for your attendance. Okay, and please join the webex session after 10 minutes. Please join the webex session after 10 minutes. Thank you.